Hello, my beautiful people. I hope you all have had a wonderful week this week. So, I am so excited to do this video today. The reason I'm so excited because I am always on board on how to be better as a caregiver, how to become a better caregiver, a better person, a better mother, a better wife. Whatever role I am playing, I am always trying to be the best at it. So today I want to talk to you about how to stay positive as being a caregiver. Let's get into it. So one of the ways that you can stay positive as being a caregiver is being confident as a caregiver. Affirm yourself. Yes, this is a tough job, but I can do it. Whatever you need to do to stay confident, whether that's affirming yourself, whether that is praying over yourself, whatever you need to do, listen to podcasts. A lot of times it's all in our mental and how we think. Sometimes you have to ask yourself, what have I been thinking lately? What have my mind been focused on lately? Think about those things. And if your mind have been thinking negative things, revert it. Transfer that into thinking a positive thought. Think about what God say about you. Affirm those things that's in the Bible. Quote scriptures over yourself. Even read caregiver quotes and affirm yourself. But whatever you need to do to stay confident, I believe that you need to focus on your mind. What are you thinking? What have you been thinking lately? And revert it if you have been thinking negative. So if you have been thinking, I just can't do this, I'm not enough, think the opposite of that. And if you can't, if it's hard for you to think positive, you have to affirm it. You have to say it out loud. If you have to get a journal and write out affirmations so you can remind yourself on a daily and keep it somewhere where you can see it all the time to say it on a daily, do that as well. But the number one thing and one of the best things to do to stay confident is to affirm yourself. Another way to stay positive as a caregiver is to own your feelings. Own up if you've been feeling sad, if you've been feeling sorrow, if you've been feeling depressed. Own those feelings. Seek help if you need to. I have a counselor. I'm just so happy I invested into this. I know years ago, this was not a common thing to do, was go to counseling or even talk about counseling because it made you feel weak as a person. But seek the help that you need and own those feelings that you've been having. If you have been feeling those feelings of anger, resentment, or depression, own them and seek the help that you need. Acknowledge your limitations. Admit that the situation that you're in is not your fault. What has happened to your loved one is not your fault, and you have to remember that. So remember your limitations, and when you need help, get the help that you need, and do not, I repeat this, do not be afraid to ask for help. Listen to your body. Give your body exactly what your body needs. I know for me, I know that I have to exercise every day. My body needs it in order for me to be recharged. So find out what your recharge is. Just like we have to recharge our phones so our phones could work so we can use them, that's the same thing with our bodies. We have to read our body, listen to our body, figure out what our body needs, give our body what our body needs, so that way we can give our loved one what our loved one needs. In order for us, and I always say this, in order for us to take care of our loved one, we have to first make sure that we are taking care of ourselves and recharging our batteries. Maintain a sense of self outside of caregiving. Allow yourself time for yourself. Visit friends, go out to eat, whatever it is that you need to do that's outside of the caregiving circle. Do that, so that way you can have your own identity and do the things that you enjoy to do, the things that you love doing before you became a caregiver. So just remember that. Allow yourself some time to yourself and get outside of the caregiving circle and world. Communicate with other caregivers. Join a caregiver support group. You can research some. There may be some in your areas. And also Smiling Tears. We also have a caregiver. So we all are also a caregiver support group. So join other caregivers so you can talk to other people that may be experiencing the same thing that you are. So you can have a community that you can lean on and talk to that's going to understand exactly where you are. Consider respite care. Even if you have to let your loved one know that you need this so you can get the breaks that you need. We get burnt out, we get overwhelmed as caregivers because we are not using our resources and getting the help that we need. So please consider respite care when you are feeling like you are getting overwhelmed and burnt out. And the final thing that I want to talk to you about today on how to stay positive as a caregiver is stick to the present. Do not start worrying about the future and letting it rule your life. I sometimes do that, where I start thinking about things that I have to do for the week and I'll start overwhelming myself with it. When really what I need to do is be focusing on today, staying in the present. So if that means you have to meditate, if you have to pray, if you have to give yourself that self-talk, which sometimes I have to do, to calm down and relax and just focus on today, just stay in the present, whether that's meditating or praying, reading, or giving yourself that self-talk, whatever that means to you, whatever brings that peace and that calmness on you to stick to the present, do that. Okay, so those were the steps that I wanted to talk to you about on how to stay positive as a caregiver. I hope these steps was beneficial for you, and I hope that it can help you in some kind of way. Until next time, I cannot wait to talk to you on another video. I cannot wait to hear your comments, your concerns, and your feedback on what you want to do to be a better caregiver and live a more healthier lifestyle. But it all starts with your mind. What are you thinking about? Make sure your mental is in alignment with what the Word of God says about you. So it starts there. It starts with your mind, what you believe, what you're thinking about, and if it's in alignment with God, what the Word says. That's the number one thing on how to stay positive as a caregiver. I love y'all, and y'all continue to stay encouraged and affirm yourself those positive affirmations every single day. I love you, and you all have a phenomenal day. Mwah.